and this is Uncut News. The JPPF has responded to a video circulating on social media depicting several officers beating the crap out of a robbery suspect at Starbucks Square. According to them, the suspect actually injured the officers first while he was resisting arrest on Sunday. They claimed that he decided to get aggressive and started swinging at them after they arrested him and put him into the back of the police vehicle. The Police Office of Professional Responsibility is investigating the incident. But when you think about this, the whole situation could have been avoided if one of these geniuses had just handcuffed him before putting him into the back of an uncovered truck. I mean, what exactly is keeping a criminal in the back of a truck unrestrained? His sense of honor? Ha, it's ridiculous. One woman is possibly facing over a dozen charges after she allegedly scammed over 56 men and puppies by pretending to facilitate an accredited training courses for would-be seafarers. The men paid anywhere between $160,000 to over $250,000 Guyana dollars to undertake a Standards of Training certification and watchkeeping course for seafarers. This certificate is needed before you can even step foot on an oil vessel. The men, some having completed the course over 11 months ago, made reports to the police after unsuccessful attempts to obtain their certification over the past year. But, as it turns out, the certificate they were given was fake, as there is only one accredited place, and that is only in Georgetown, not Berbice. The government is making it completely clear. Not every single public servant is getting the $25,000 bonus that was promised days ago. They said that in 2020, the government had advised heads of agencies against increasing salaries or granting bonuses. However, some agencies just went ahead and did so, which I didn't even know was a thing. Anyway, this means that everyone but those people will be getting their money. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2012 Toyota Allion. It comes with TV, navigation stereo, crystal light, mag rims, fog lamps, and much, much more. Pay cash for $3.1 million, or pay down as low as $620,000 with around $60,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Rico sent you for this sweet deal. The Ministry of Health said it's determined to tackle another serious epidemic, HIV/AIDS. It aims to end the AIDS epidemic in the nation by 2030. The new plan for the decade also sees the nation seeking to eliminate mother-to-child transmission and reduce overall rate of new infections by 95% in the next 4 years. It should be noted that we've made some great strides over the past decade in tackling the disease. Honestly, it's one of the only few things that both the PPP and OPNU did well. Well, that and, I guess, theft of public resources, but hey, whatever. Yesterday evening, 35-year-old security guard Amelia Harpershard was beaten, broadsided, and robbed by 2 men while on her way to work. According to reports, around 8 p.m., 2 suspects, one of whom armed with a cutlass, approached her, broadside her in the back, while the other suspect relieved her of her phone and $700 cash. Another week, another police officer knocking off some elderly Guyanese. This week's unfortunate victim was 59-year-old Dulmarty Boodlaw of Golden Grove. She was killed early this morning by some brilliant constable that managed to turn his police vehicle into an all-wheel drive old people killing machine. As usual, the officer gave the tired old excuse they all do, claiming that he was driving safely, when all of a sudden the victim just decided to run out into the middle of the street and just suicide herself by way of cop car. Sadly, she was pronounced dead on arrival, while the constable was served a notice of intended prosecution. Who said luxury can't be affordable? Move into your own home in 2021. Lenora Estate, West Coast Demerara properties are within your reach. Move out of the landlord's place and put that rent money towards your own 5,000 square foot property. Call or WhatsApp 592-618-5702 or +1 516 476 2172. Despite the almost weekly raids on the Lusignan prison officers were able to confiscate just short of half a kilo of cannabis and over $30,000 from 2 inmates recently. During the search, they also confiscated 1 cell phone, 1 earpiece, 29 packets of cigarettes, a quantity of Ziploc bags, 12 smoking papers, and a quantity of tobacco leaves, or grabber, as the cool kids call it nowadays. It's now time for today's Runner Report. Today, the nation recorded 28 new cases. The total number of deaths now stands at 166. There are now 18 persons in the ICU and 270 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the country is now 6,407. So, please people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds, and remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. This morning, Caribbean Airlines announced that its commercial flights to Havana, Cuba have been suspended indefinitely with immediate effect. The airline said the suspension was due to the country's latest restrictions on inbound commercial flights because of the Rona, obviously. Weekly flights between Georgetown and Havana began on November 21st of last year. There's no word on when this service will restart. Great news for those of you who are still looking for an affordable smartphone. The sale has been extended. Get the Logic L60 for just $20,000. It comes with 1-year warranty and free digital Prime bundle. Available at Cellular Plus in the City Mall, Starbucks Square, and Sunday opening at Massey Providence and Massey Turkine. Don't miss out! Trinidad and Tobago has just boasted an achievement that is basically unheard of and possibly will never happen in this country, but oh well. In 2020, the Twin Island Republic saw the lowest number of road fatalities in 64 years. Traffic Branch Senior Superintendent Wayne Meister said their figures indicated that there were 96 recorded traffic deaths in 202 accidents. And according to him, the last time Trinidad and Tobago experienced a road death figure below 100 was back in 1957. And now for our weird news story of the day. Here's a story that could possibly be an awesome project for some UG students to take up. Malaysian researchers at Putra University have developed a method to transform the fiber found in normally discarded pineapple leaves to make a strong material that can be used to build the frames for drones. Yes, drones. The drones had a lighter strength-to-weight ratio than those made of synthetic fibers and were also cheaper, lighter, and easier to dispose of. If the drone was damaged, the frame could be buried in the ground and would degrade within 2 weeks. Instead of the thousands of years it would take plastic or however long. Anyway, the prototype drones have been able to fly to an elevation of about 1,000 meters, which is over 3,000 feet for all you Americans, and stay in the air for about 20 minutes. Too many terrible drivers on the road? Don't be one of them. Book a beginner driver's course with fast learners. Forget asking your relative to teach you. They'll haul upon you like you's a dog. Fast learners are professional and makes it easy for you to learn with less anxiety. Call them now on telephone number 690-6868 or follow them on Facebook at Fast Learners Driving School. Moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how youth relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we just might read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, what should be done to help single teenage mothers? 10-4 said, the young teenage mothers need to have a group counseling session along with additional medical and financial support. In addition to that, the government needs to have a safe haven for young teenagers. Ryan Khan said, there should be an educational system for these young mothers so they don't have to drop out and still get an education. And Kay Lacon said, I think the government should provide parenting classes for the teens and also a continuing education system, whereas they could still receive an education to help them and a skill. The more educated and skilled the society is, the better the country will be. Great answers, people. So tonight I leave you with this question. Police misconduct costs governments millions of dollars worldwide. Guyana is no exception. Every time someone successfully sues the state for police misconduct, it's us taxpayers who are the ones stuck paying for the officers' mistakes. Some countries require their officers to have malpractice insurance, like doctors do. Do you think such a move here might reduce some of the bad behavior in the JPF? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Wednesday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.